coasts of Puerto Rico. You'll love the greenery, all the scenery, but get ready for some flashery, spinnery, and smashery from Adriana Diaz in this match.
China, Yingsha.
8 rows of teeth and hundreds of rows of fans in this stadium waiting for baby Buddha, Xia. Her Royal Highness Yingsha comes down from the throne and into the battlefield. She's got a battle against a friend, but it is all business here as they face off on opposite sides of the table. This best of 7 battle. First player to win 4 games to 11 points must win by 2. Will move on to the semifinals. Only 1 spot left, and 3 Chinese flags are in the semifinals already. It's their first time ever meeting at the WTT table. The world rank number 1 versus the world rank number 22. Adriana Diaz was world number 9 in 2024. Yingsha has been world number 1 for over 3 years straight. 2 right-handed attackers out here. Get ready for some chop blocks, possibly some lobs and some backhand punches. Kin, our umpire for the match, will be taking care of the coin toss to determine where the players stand and who serves. Good handshake before the coin toss.
Become the toss. Blue, white, white, blue, white. Receive. Choose. Which is that?
So there it is. I was sort of waiting to see, as Adriana won the coin toss, if there'd be smirks and smiles, any final moments of little winks or friendship moments out here, but it's business. They've got some time to play. Depending on how Adriana plays, Yingsha has been in wonderful form. Just continued to improve. The 24-year-old Adriana Diaz has had some of the best play of her life. Turned pro at 12 years old. Got through Wang Yidi to get here. We'll talk more about that in a minute. She's got so many tricks up her sleeve. Got through Sofia Polkanova, a back-to-back European champion, one of the best women in the world. 3-2 a nail-biter. And Wang Yidi, if you didn't see that match, go back and watch it. You like drama, you like excitement. Adriana Diaz brought a lot of that. Wang Yidi played an incredible match as well. But of course, their head-to-head history, 6-0 before this. Wang Yidi had won all 6 of their encounters. 16 titles to her name, only 8 years of pro. Man, 2 titles a year on average. That's in the WTT era. Didn't have an easy road to get here. Wild card, yes. Wild performance, yeah. Anna Hersey took a game, the second game, to level the playing field. Bernie Such did something the same. But the last 2 in both of those, Xia found the answers. It's like everything is just data being collected by Xia to figure out the puzzle and how to solve it. So $60,000 awaits the winner of the women's singles event, just the same as in the men. Whoever gets beaten here today walks away with $12.5 thousand US. And that quickly moves up. 80-20, the golden ratio here. Xia with the fan support in the stadium and online. Cast your votes at worldtabletennis.com. Puerto Rico, Latin America, the rest of the world. Cast your votes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Adriana Diaz and Yingsha. Are you ready?
I think that visual answers the question.
First game, turn to serve, love all.
What you just saw was only a small slice of the stadium. From where I'm sitting, it's like a coliseum right now, filled with fans. Best of 7, Xia to serve. Fast long serve and well prepared on the other side. Adriana Diaz with a good backhand. Not bothered by a bit of pace. Patiently waiting on receive. Footwork tested after the wide corner is reached. Xia sends Diaz on the run. Not a bad opening push. Xia making the most of a ball coming into the short side.
1-2.
Well, she's taking her chances here. I think Anders set a good example in terms of playing incredibly high risk when you're playing someone who seems like a mountain to get over. Oh, the flat hit kill shot. You disrespect Her Majesty on home soil. Wow. No food for a month. This right here, the queen just got slapped. Wow. And that to tie it up at 2 points apiece. A little bit of side spin and a net clipping along the way.
Let 2-3. Free all.
Tight serve, tempting the flick. Adriana taking her chances. Positive head nod there as Danny Gonzalez on the bench. He's done some wonderful coaching. He's been a trainer physically and a coach for Adriana, part of Team Diaz. Heavy side spin. Diaz can stay alive behind the table. The backhand bullet? Did not expect that. Wow. That ball was out in front. Watch where she plays this from. Okay, one scoop here. Wrist snap, and that ball was so low. Crunching power. Even in the replay, it seems crazy, and then she trots off. Service game strong. Forgot to mention Adriana Diaz had a chance to have Sofia Polkanova up here in the commentary booth, which is always a pleasure. Got her insight on Adriana Diaz's service game. I think I said, which is your least favorite serve to be on the receive? And she said all of them, which normally I wouldn't accept, but I guess the point is taken. Clever idea, looking for that wide forehand. Takes a chance. It's okay. It's gotten her here. Remember, she's leading. Adriana Diaz. Good pressure on the opening. Surprise factor. It's tough to surprise someone who's so well practiced, so well prepared. If you've ever been overwhelmed by a task, you're completely human. Imagine knowing that your next battle is world number 1.
6-5.
Think about the preparation and the homework that Adriana Diaz would have put in between her last round and this match to prepare. Getting started is the toughest part. No need to procrastinate. When you've got a match time, you can't. The test has begun. Neither player can put this match off till tomorrow. Good read on receive. Spring step there from Xia. Again, be inspired by the legs. Yingsha has worked incredibly hard to have such a strong base. Springs for those shots. Right back to where it came from. And several points in a row now. Yingsha, the forehand, the more powerful shot of hers. When she has time as Adriana Diaz gets behind the table. Xia will play the forehand a bit more often. First chop block attempted. She's got an incredibly high percentage with the chop block. But that's just the quality of Xia shot. Tough to control, heavy spin. And it makes the ball come up off the rubber.
Seven, eight.
Bit of extra power on that opening attack, and then something a little flatter on the next. Adriana Diaz continuing to mix up the patterns. On the men's side of the draw, the world number 1 was eliminated earlier today.
Nine, seven.
Doesn't miss by much, but Xia's in front by 2. Another look at it here. Quite a turnaround here. Yingsha, 6 of the last 8 points. And a bit off the net here in this more extended rally. There it was. Little surprised we didn't see the hand come up. 3 game points here for the world number 1.
8, 10.
There are a few things I'm surprised with in this match. There was a moment on receive where Xia moved her feet up and down really quickly for a little bit of trickery. And similarly, Adriana Diaz made a move as if she was shuffling to keep it a little bit less predictable as to where the receive would be coming from. 1 game point saved. Her serve is strong. And the opening forehand. Slightly longer stroke. Adriana Diaz on that forehand. You could argue that they have that in common, that they both have some long stroke forehands. Extra spin on this, driven deep. 2 game points saved, 1 more to go. Diaz. And the serve does it, an outright serve. Game number 1, and we've got ourselves deuce. Alternating serves until one player gets a 2-point lead to take this game. We're doing a roll call here. Okay, Yingsha here. Little bit off the top of the net, some table tennis karma. It comes back. That's 4 straight points for Adriana Diaz. That bullet backhand. Remember, her service game is strong. That punch has been bringing tears to the eyes of Chinese national team members for a decade. Oh, turned and burned. Diaz silences the crowd. That shot there wasn't within meters of Sun Yingsha. Hold up. Watch this. She turned and it was right on the purple line. You think you know your good friend, but unpredictability, man, that was huge. Adriana Diaz takes the first game. Now, no matter what the odds are in this match, I expect it to be much more interesting now that Adriana took game number 1.
Y te abre la posibilidad de que el saque corto tenga más efectividad. ¿Ok? Entonces, algo importante, bueno, cada vez que no hay que tener...
So we'll look at the seeds here. Man, how they have fallen. Remember, we're in the round of 8, yes. The other quarterfinals, 3 of them for the women, have already been played. So the top 4 seeds are all still left. Adriana Diaz took out Didi, not little brother, but Wang Yidi, the number 5 seed. Miwa was taken out by Satsuki Odo. Wang Manyu knocked out Zhu Yuling earlier today. And of all people, Han Ying, the chopper, took out Chun Yi, the number 8 seed. That's an impressive win for Han Ying because Chun Yi's been in wonderful form lately. The future is bright for all those seeds. Adriana Diaz. I can imagine her family is all over the world watching in unison right now, sitting somewhere. And just constantly clasping their hands and clapping for every moment like this. The heart rate right now It's been a lifetime of devotion. 4 women who all played for their national team.
Love 2.
All the Diaz sisters. Mel, the big sister, the inspiration, the start. You probably saw qualify Puerto Rico for the Olympic Games, taking down some big names along the way. This one sits up a little bit. Side spin will be effective from time to time, but a tight serve. Adriana not happy with the execution there. That said, she's still leading in game 2. Drying the ball, the responsibility of the serving player.
2-all.
Looking for the Chiquita here, which in Adriana's native language means a little girl, but reference more to the banana flick because of the popular banana brand, in case you weren't aware. 2 points apiece. Oh, recovery and a leap, a Quadriaruna-like forehand down the line. Adriana, a little bit of improvisation here. 1, net, a long way to go. Touch shot, gets a push back. Yep, the bottom lip comes out. Grunt for grunt, it's Shasha who takes the point to level the playing field. Table tennis can be mentally exhausting. If you're up for the task, it's fun to solve the puzzles. When you're making your living winning, at this point, yes, Shasha is expected to be here. Adriana is the world number 22. She's in the final 8. This is big. Almost connects with the swat. We've seen her make it before, that flat hit counter, the touch play. Last time we saw this opportunity, Adriana made it. You might remember the slapping. But a bit more standard play here. Ma Lin gets up. He's a very fighting, passionate coach. Softly spoken in the corner, but loud for his player when she's out there. Good top side spin, this serve. And maybe more importantly, the length, leaving Shasha with a facial expression that we rarely see. Deeper this time around to the baseline on the backhand side, Diaz. Shasha patiently spins. And a quick look down. Just at the very top of the net there. We've got a lot to look forward to. The fact that Adriana returns that first ripping shot and then moves back into the table. She's finding new heights. Little foreshadowing there. Practice hall. We've got some cryptic stuff to keep you watching.
5-7.
After all, there is only one match to follow this tonight. Around the net was returned, the lob and the counter goes long. Hits a home run. Baseball big back in Puerto Rico. Adriana says, man, I overshot that one by quite a bit. 6 of the last 8, Yingsha now up by 3. Oh, it's a beauty. The way she comes down on this ball, like a fast closing garage door with a bit of side spin on it. Oh man, leaves it fizzing. She just chopped, blocked down Sha, but the constant variation in that shot is what makes it so tricky. Wouldn't be surprised if it comes out again in this match. Oh, clever placement. Right behind the momentum with 75% of the table open on the forehand side. Sha does the unthinkable and hits it right back. But what? Why did you do that? Soft receive, short to the forehand here. Similar facial expression here from Adriana. The wraparound there serves similar to that of Ma Lin's, where you do the pendulum and quickly follow the opposite way, the after motion. Por favor, no flash. Doesn't miss by much here, these opportunities. Again, you have to take high-risk shots and play a high percentage of them. So make a high percentage of low percentage shots is what it's going to take. 3 game points, Sha. And the touch play from under the table, game number 2. Relatively tightly fought, but in the end, it's Sha who takes control. Uncomfortable place to be. Sha, no panic there. Just playing the touch shots. Shovel serve modified. And a clever open face of the racket to let the spin do the work and just take the ball out to that wide forehand side. So it's tied up at 1 game apiece, a level playing field. Adriana Diaz and Yingsha continue in game number 3 of this women's singles quarterfinal.
Third game. Turn to serve. Love all.
So game number 3, a little bit of self-motivation here. A little chole from Sha, who took last game 11-7, has the serves. The shot has been effective on multiple occasions so far, quite memorably. The final point in game number 1 from Adriana Diaz to go down the line. Sha is quick to adapt, learn how to cover herself.
1-all.
Point for point, they split the first 2. It's exciting to see players when they come to rise. Remember, Adriana Diaz has been top 10 in the world. Chop block again for a point. She's 2 for 3 on chop blocks. 1 she didn't make. The 2 that she's made, at least to my memory. There might have been one other that sat up a little higher that Sha put away. Service game so strong, and a full swat forehand. Like she's hitting against a speed gun. Right down the middle. Perfect placement. Similar to the first serve we saw this match. Adriana saying, why are you putting topspin on? It comes in with topspin. You can just go forward, close the racket. No need to lift. Again, we played charades back in the day, so. Ooh, little break off the edge here. Sorry, a word that we've heard from Shasha out on the table as well. Still takes a good swing at it. Fast feed here, and at the first towel break, Adriana up by 2.
Four, two.
You can hear the crowd trying to empower Shasha.
4-3.
And this is interesting. When we used to see Adriana playing against some of the top players in Asia in general, it was a question of speed. In rallies like this, the advantage would be to the faster player. Adriana's found many answers to that since. Getting the ball back in play is a specialty of hers, and adding a little bit of side spin on it as well, changing up the pace. Let's take another look from a different angle here. Little fishing shot, shallow on the line. Tough to tell exactly what was on it other than topspin, if anything. The chase on a big step around. Shasha punishes for turning. Don't you turn on the queen. A Jong Woo Jin-like recovery attempt to hit it back behind her. Still leading by 1 on the receive, Adriana Diaz. And quickly recovering and adapting. This is something Shasha does incredibly well that we've all seen and know we need to do. How many times does the same thing have to happen to you before you adjust? For Adriana, just that one. I'd say that's pretty quick improvement. Empty tomahawk, a float tomahawk serve. The angle she comes into the ball with. Have you seen this serve from her yet this match? I don't recall seeing it. She still has a long list of serves. Think about the last serve she did against Wang Yidi. There it is. Slight variation though in the spin, and Shasha reads it well. Very low trajectory attack. There it is, windshield wiper side. And the way it's sped up, you'd have to imagine it was some topspin. But it was odd because it looked like she hit it from under the ball, which is how topspin works. Just she came into it and then lifted at the last moment. Very deceptive serve. Good read by Shasha. And the forehand flick inside the table. She's still chasing. If they exchange every other point at this rate, Adriana Diaz will win the game. Shasha is going to have to look for a better exchange rate here. She might have to switch banks. Adriana covers the middle well and gets it back into the backhand rally. Unconventional. I mentioned it earlier, on the men's side, the world #1 was taken out by a doubles partner nonetheless of Adriana Diaz, which I think is a wonderful pairing simply because they both share that adjective, unconventional. Serve is so good. In near the body, tough to read. Top, and then the wiggle after. And that little hesitation for the confusion of what is or is not on the ball gets a good third ball opportunity.
7-9.
Bit of frustration on the Diaz side after having a 3-point lead, getting close to a finish line here. One of many games required. Tight serve from Shasha. Heavy spin on the pendulum. Two can play that game, says Shasha. Outright service point. So now Adriana will get the serves back. Of course, it's understandable to feel the way she does after the last 3 points. But the silver lining is her service percentages, you have to imagine, are quite decent. Think about how many points she's won here. They are perfect timing. Look at that. Shasha, okay, 3.5% the better on serve. But those are after extended rallies too. Oh, this one's tough because it's set up so well. Adriana did a wonderful job to earn that third ball, and Shasha knows that that was a bit of an escape. 4 points in a row. Danny Gonzalez up on his feet. Trying to make sure that everything is fair and square for his player as well. Game point, Shasha. 5 straight points in a row. Yingsha comes back to win the game. An incredible comeback here. And a few opportunities there that Adriana Diaz throughout this match has made on many occasions. She's just been playing some incredible table tennis. And Shasha, the best in the world for a reason. The short side of the table there for a reason. Thinner margin for error. And this one doesn't miss by much. Again, a thick plot here. That was a pivotal game, but it's not over yet. Shasha still knows that she's got plenty to worry about. She leads 2-1, and game number 4 is coming right up.
Fourth game. Diaz to serve. No flash, please. No flashlights, please.
The person's in the front row and doesn't realize Adriana's looking. Okay, there you go. When you're looking at your phone, it's tough to see the world sometimes. 2015 Philippines Open.
Love all.
I was staring at the TV screen and Kasumi was staring at me. The short rest of that story is that's how I learned that my microphone was not only in my headset, but ringing throughout the stadium that she was playing in. Funny way to learn that. First point, Shasha continuing with the momentum, 6 points in a row.
1-all.
Nice catch and a good streak breaker here. Much needed, Adriana Diaz. Level once again. All the spin that started. Adriana Diaz playing a more passive, safe in quotes, touch shot after the side spin started. Nice recovery there from Shasha. I think Adriana Diaz might have been thinking, why not add a little bit more side spin to this one? Why not strawberry it up? Oh, the angles, the timing, the speed. Shasha finding a rhythm now. When she can unleash a combination like this, those shots, every single one of them, if you imagine a boxing glove on her forehand, which isn't difficult to imagine, these are knockout punches time and time again, and they're to opposite places, patterns that are unpredictable. little break off the net, but there was one backhand in that Adriana Diaz completely surprised Shasha with that. And it comes down on the net. Still Adriana Diaz recovers, gets the net back. Another outright service point for Adriana Diaz. The right smiles. Sunisha saying, who does this to me? Has anybody ever? When have I played a match? Look at that. A little bit of charm there. All to level the playing field. The tongue out, they both had their tongue out on a fair share of occasions here. Maybe that's part of the language exchange practice. Adriana floats the push, side and underspin to baseline, only to get herself in position for a relatively flat counter. Swatted, still topspin. From this angle, it's perfect to see the arc. Wonderful production team here. A 1 point lead for Adriana. 9-6. She won't be thinking about it, we can imagine. She'll only be thinking about anything she can to put herself in the best position to play the best table tennis of her life. For example, for Adriana, that's not the best table tennis of her life, but you have to remember context. Beautiful punch, squared up, wide stance. She's playing the most dominant woman in the game by far. A woman with the chokehold on the world #1 spot. And you wouldn't hear her roar like this unless she really had to fight. This is a sign of respect. Backhand brushing shot, a little side spin there. Get ready for it. There it is. And the full stroke forehand. Again, causing winds at tornado speeds.
Let 5-0.
Trying to cover that elbow, but Shasha keeping the pressure at full blast. Doesn't miss the edge by much. It's a 1 point lead now for the world #1. Extra spin on the push, frustration, wow. We're getting a lot of expression out here. This is not the same poker face that Lady Shasha normally brings to the table. Didn't expect to make that pun. 6 points apiece at the second towel break, and it's a shoulder shrug to stay relaxed here. Almost no spin. I love it. I could be wrong, but to my eye, the 3 times we've seen that tomahawk, okay, more spin. That camera angle made it more clear. She comes around the ball. There's a nice kick on the second bounce. Two outright tomahawk serve points in a row. And Adriana's not just back in front, she's up by 2. We saw this score line last game, and 1 more point for Adriana Diaz. Plenty of the best players in the world have been up 9-6 against others, or even against the best in the world.
7-8.
Good pressure as Shasha keeps Diaz behind the table. The thing is, Adriana's still dangerous from behind the table. We've seen that on many points throughout this match. the backhand punch.
9,
Muy
7.
bien indeed. Wonderful push and a timeout on Adriana's side. She's still up by 1. I hope to listen in here because Dani Gonzalez and Adriana have some wonderful timeouts. Perfect read there with the open face of the racket. A push just to impart enough spin to cause a lot of lift. Let's listen.
No estás tan rápido. Aquí te esperas, boom. Y en el backhand, por lo contrario, siempre esperas mucho. Tiene que ser a veces un poco más rápido para que ella no le llegue bien.
No sé para dónde va a sacar porque a veces me saca para aquí, entonces estoy esperando para el otro lado.
Ella normalmente te está sacando del medio para el backhand. La variación está haciendo medio o backhand. Te puedes cuadrar un poquito más para acá y aquí la resuelve. Que te saque para allá. Para allá no está sacando nunca porque le tiene miedo a tu corto. Porque estás ganando tú más puntos en el corto que ella. Ella lo que está haciendo es que quiere que tú entres con backhand ahora. ¿Está bien? Pues no, vamos a cambiarle por completo. Córrete un poquito, si llega largo, pues tú tiras. ¿Ok? Creo que podemos sacar de backhand ahora. ¿Qué tú crees?
Gracias por chotearlo, brother.
Está bien. No voy a estar escuchando. ¿Ok? Estamos.
Time.
Wow. There's just such conviction, like he's got all the answers. He's been taking notes. She's playing to your middle. You're good. Give yourself a little space. Cover the backhand. Keep it deep to her backhand where you can. Again, some of this is me trying to piece words together here and there, but covers here to start. Ay-ya, what a shot. Right out of the timeout. Serve comes just a little bit long. No, more than a little bit here. Sha knows what to do with that. Let's get a little update here on the serve success here. Yingsha, slightly lower than before. Adriana, slightly lower as well, but a little bit more. Last time, what, they were 60. It's almost exactly the same distance. I think Adriana was 60, 62-ish. 65.5 for Sha. And game points. Getting a lead is a good start. Finishing a game against the best in the world is a tough, tough task. Yingsha glides through the court and keeps it alive, adding pressure. She takes the game. Again, 6-11. And she just kept going. Strong, strong play. She dropped 1 point along the way this time around. Last time was down 6-9. This time 6-8. And then 7-9 in the last 4 points in a row. Yingsha gets that racket high. Her base is so strong. The core to be able to cover that wide forehand. She leads 3-1, only needs one more game. And in case you're curious what's next on this omakase menu, it's not a right shoulder massage for you. Let him have it. It's Hugo Calderano getting warmed up and ready. The crowd likes it. That's what started the whole mixed doubles sensation here in China. Patrick Franziska on the other side will be battling against Hugo Calderano. Just needs a hand on that right shoulder right now. Interestingly enough, he married a table tennis player's sister.
Sun to serve. Love all.
It was Christian Carlsen's sister, Frida. Patrick Franziska be coming up next. Ooh.
Love one.
A run by backhand here on the chase. Sha The face to me sort of suggests that she's having fun. And not to say that she's not trying, but she's enjoying herself. We've heard her frustration throughout this match. Adriana Diaz has definitely turned the pressure up quite high. The first receive, well, the receive itself, first touch shot, wonderful control. Shasha says, do it one more time. I like that little test here. Oh, blasting shot. That last one had a little bit of extra intention on it. Maybe some net along the way. Whoa, recovered the net. Huh. Number one. A long way to go, but the feet are moving. I want to go online and watch more videos of Shasha's workout. Step around here. Came from the middle of the table to completely turn that corner. Back edge of the table. Luck comes back. So it's now or never. Adriana Diaz must win this game and every remaining game in this match to move on to the semifinals. Looks pretty focused to me.
2-4.
But focused or not, she's got the best player in the world on the other side of the table up at the towel break right now. Subtlety on the serve. Keeps one in, but you can feel that right now it's just going to take a little bit more. Adriana's played incredibly well to earn herself the opportunity. She's been very much in this match.
5-3. Diaz.
Right now, if I'm on Adriana Diaz's side, which I try to put myself in the position of the player who's trailing, the greater challenge, puzzle to solve. Chop block is not a bad option. She's won a lot of points with it, at least a few.
3-7.
Although the last 2 points, it hasn't worked out. They haven't come down. You can understand why she's trying to pull it out. What, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting different results? There it is.
4-7.
Quick change up the speed game in the forehand to follow. Momentum was heavily with Shasha here, but it's the bullet backhand and the top spin forehand. A little bit more traditional with that forehand stroke, but still a full one. Extra spin, subtleties. A lot of players up and coming in the world say, how do you generate so much spin? Well, subtle contact. You don't have to have a big swing motion, just a contact point. The angle of the racket, a very thin, fine contact when you accelerate, even if you don't follow through. 2-point ball game, both players keeping that hand cool. The chop block comes down, but it's much more abbreviated than some of the earlier ones we saw that imparted so much spin. Okay, from this camera angle, still not quite as fast as before. 3 points in front and 3 points away from the finish line, Sha. Right on the line, inside out forehand. A beautiful finish after pulling Adriana out wide. You can see she feels bad for the fortune. I don't think we've seen her apologize so many times in 1 point. Tough day at work, but still clocked in. 5 serving 9.
5.
And now it is 5 match points for Yingsha. You could imagine a temptation, but the score is too tight. Adriana can put on quite a show, but she's going to fight this one till the finish.
10,
Outright
6.
service point. And again, a bit of vocalization here from Sha. Singing some Lady Sha tunes out here. Heavy spin once again. 2 match points saved. 3 more to go for Her Royal Highness. And a timeout. Her Majesty seeks counsel. Yeah, bring 2. 1 of each color, please.
没关系，现在很好，没问题。这发回来以后，我觉得就发个小测算，包括传给我就可以。对，留起来效果就测身啊，你感觉不好测，那就反手直接发回来。
你说我这时候刚好发一个有点。
对，到了反手就只要把图片发出去啊，然后发完以后他一测你啊，这边能测人抽了，别比如出人反手都可以，如果说不好，那就反手直接发。 好吧，没问题啊。跟放来切换球的话，慢一点，不着急啊，还是旋转，切完以后后边旋出就行，现在都挺好，没问题，好吧？啊，没关系。啊，这我没有盯住就行啊，可以。啊，先去啊 ，come on。
So as the clock ticks down, a pendulum serve with topspin seems like the order that might be put in. 3 match points left. Sha with her second
10,
serve.
7.
And there it is. It closes the door. Sha moves on through. And it will be an all-Chinese women's singles semifinal. Good match in English, she says. The lip read is easy in my native language. Smiles all around. Sorry, your racket might be wet from hitting my back. Check it. The camaraderie, the friendship, but man, was this a good match to watch. Really, while you could say it could have gone either way, of course Sha took control. Game number 1, Adriana Diaz. She wants to chat more, to share this moment. Games 3 and 4. 9-6 Adriana Diaz game 3, 8-6, 9-7 in game 4. And that's hats off to Adriana Diaz. I think she probably, has impressed the world. Getting through Wang Yidi to be here and playing this tight of a match with Sha throughout. Really something special, but Sha is in a different category, a category of her own. She's got a whole stratosphere between her and the rest on the food chain in the world rankings. So after 49 minutes of play, 54 points to 44 serve success. Okay, 10.21 the better for Sha. Streaks just the same. We got our fair share of show. We got backhands from behind the table. We got lobs, chop blocks, some good rallies, some smiles all around. I'm quite curious to hear what it's like to play against, well, a close friend for her first time in the WTT era. Let's hear from Lady Sha herself.